Welcome and always feel welcome again. This is the podcast where we dissect and discuss the latest street talks. My name is the Divergent Thinker and I'm here with.
And my name is the CK Cleme Karuga.
So, over the week, a lot have been happening. One of them is the controversial debate on the finance bill. Maybe what's your view on that? You've been observing what's been happening over the week.
So I've been experiencing a lot of the process in Kenya, Nairobi, Eldoret, Nanyuki, Meru, all these parts of Kenya, and where people, this youth, Generation Z actually, are the one who are contesting in such protests against the financial bill 2024-2025. So this has been an issue in society. So, and we have two groups here, two blocks that are saying that the financial bill should pass, and the other side saying that it should just we reject it actually.
In fact, the government has supported. It is now clear that the government is supporting the finance bill. We saw the 204 MPs voted the finance bill, yes. And on the other hand, we have the youths, and the youths are saying, no, this thing will not pass. It is not favoring us. It is not favoring our parents. Our parents have been silent for a long. These politicians have used a tribe, have used a religion to silence our parent. They are bringing any rules they think, and that has been the debate, and that's why you are seeing the youth going to the street.
So the hashtag of the bill of the youth of Generation Z is reject the bill.
Yeah,
2024-2025.
And by the way, the Gen Z, do you know the Gen Z are those who were born 1998
yes,
to 2012?
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, so the other group is the millennials. Then you have the
before, those before 1998 are the millennials.
Yes.
Then we have those born after 2012 coming.
Yes,
they are the Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
And people are saying, congrats to the Gen Z, because unlike the other times, people have been fearing protesting and coming out in large numbers to question the government, because they fear a lot. And the millennials, the millennials are the one who experienced the Kibaki regime, the Moi regime, and those were not the thing. That was not the narrative then, because during the Moi time you could not go to the street. So on the other side, the Gen Zs are saying we don't care. We are a new generation. They are using Twitter. They are using the Instagram. So what is your opinion about this Gen Z protesting? Do you think it is right for them to go and question the government, or should they wait until 2027 for them to to go onto the table and choose their person and vie?
Yes, actually it is the correct thing, because this is a generation that is going to follow the millennials after around maybe 10 to 20 years. So we are expecting that the Gen Z are the ones who are going to experience the hardship of the finance bill 2024-2025.
Yes.
So according to our argument is that the education that President Kibaki gave to this Generation Z is the one that this Generation Z, the one that they are using.
Right? The literature they've been fed with in schools.
Yeah, so it is something that they have felt, something that they feel that they're going to be affected one way or another.
And also, the government should realize that the Gen Z, they live in a generation where everybody has a phone.
Yeah.
It's not like in 1998 where there was no social media. Everybody now is on TikTok. Everybody now is on Twitter. And we have millions of people. From now you are seeing hashtag reject this.
Yes.
And they're using their social media as a platform. Those of the Gen Z have been fed with a lot of literature. Remember, they've done books like Mustaik Mea. They have done books, Kigogo. There was also the Samaritan. And these books are very informative on how you should rise and question the government.
And governance.
So, and on the other hand, I think the government is using the old tactics. They should know the demographic they are dealing with. They are dealing with the people who are growing up in the AI age, and also they are using the AI to come up with songs that are condemning the government. They are also generating poems to condemn the government. They are also using TikTok live, to marshal each other, unlike the older times where they would meet somewhere and be chased by the police. So
So unity is among the Generation Z or Gen Z is actually, it is something that has been vibrant in this generation. So it is something that has been experienced by this generation. It is something that is different from the other generation, which are the millennials. So it means that to control all these people, to control this generation Z, it means that you have to come up with a policy that you can be able to favor them, because once they have felt that the government is going against their wish for that matter, so they have to revolt. They are in unison against the financial bill. So we want to discuss about what is entailed in this bill.
Financial bill. Yeah. Why are they protesting? Why are they saying the financial bill? Yeah. You know, one of the recommendation in the finance bill 2024/2025 it will be extending still to 2025. Yeah. One of them will affect content creators. It will affect everybody, because everybody is buying commodities. The economy at large. It will affect those who own cars, and also nowadays we have Gen Z who own cars because they are into forex. They have money, you know. They're into online jobs.
Into business.
Yeah, they're into business. Some are sharp. They have cars. Yes. And what can you add? What's also entailed the finance bill?
So the finance bill it entails a lot of facets in the economy of Kenya. Remember, in Kenya, it is a capitalist state. So the Generation Z is trying to you have that you take chukua chako mapema according to the CCM culture of Tanzania. So it means that in a capitalist state, the government is able to control each and every person in society. So the financial bill 2024/2025 it entails a lot of things, a lot of ideas that are going to be introduced by the government, and these ideas are going to be to influence society in one way or another for a period of 1 year. Remember, the other financial bill is going to be passed next year, which is on June. So we are expecting much of a lot of ideas are going to be introduced, and these ideas are one way or another affecting. Remember, they're affecting both the first two groups of people, the stratum of the society. We have the lower class, the middle class. Remember, the higher class, they will not feel the pain. They will not feel the pain of the taxes. And taxes, in this perspective, is the ones that are going to be introduced in much higher, in much percentage, rather than the other ideas. Remember, in this financial bill, one of the commodities are going to be affected in form of taxes. Is about the eco levy. Then you have the matters to do with the increase of prices of common commodities of the ones that are used by the common mwananchi, like the pads, the
sanitary pads.
Sanitary pads. We have the diapers. Remember, these are things that the society, the generals that are not, they cannot able to live without. Without it. Remember the diapers. Remember, children are being born each and every day, and this generation Z, they have, most of them are parents. Most of them have children.
Yeah, true.
So,
that's true.
So it means that they have seen that in a very minute area that is going to be enlarged in the coming months. So it means that they have to evolve. They have to go to the streets, fight for their rights. And the outcome is that the police have done their part. We've had the death of several protesters in society. So what do you think the society should do, or the government should do, according to those people who are killed in the protests?
First thing, it's a tricky one, because it's in the law that they say the protest should be 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And no police should use live bullet on peaceful demonstrators. The demonstrators who are on the street, they only had water. They only had placards. Yes. They were not carrying guns. But also the protesters should know, like, after 6 p.m., they should leave CBD if that's where they are protesting, because past 6 p.m., the police will think it is they are applying something illegal. And also remember, the government is scared. These are youth. The government is going to use force. You know, they have the machinery. They have the tools of violence. The people have their right to picket peacefully, and it's enshrined in the Article 1 and Article 37.
Yeah.
The Article 1 usually states that we are a sovereign country.
Yeah.
Kenya is a sovereign country.
The rule of the
and
people.
we have power.
That is
as a
democracy.
sovereign. Yeah. And also the Article 37 provides or entails that we have the right to voice our concern to the authorities. And which are these authorities? The parliament, the government, state house, all of them, the DCI, the national police. But you know the reason why we have chosen to go to the street to voice our concern is because the institutions are not listening to us.
Yeah.
You saw the MPs, 204 MPs, they were being called across Kenya. They were being told that reject this bill. This bill contains some punitive taxes.
Punitive taxes. Totalitarian dictatorship.
Remember, these are the youth, they don't have jobs. The youth, the government promised the youth jobs and the share of the cake. Can you tell me any cabinet secretary who is below that 5 years on that cabinet, or who is below 40?
Most of them are old. They don't
person,
have youths.
The person who seems younger there is Ababu Namwamba. Yeah? And also another seat like PS, permanent secretaries. No youth there. We have people like, people like Eric Omondi, that age gap,
That age is not there.
Yeah, we are not seeing anyone there. Only we are seeing Wazes, we are seeing the likes of the Linturis, the Wazee, the Moses Kuria, the people who have been in government, and the youth are saying we have to change the narrative. And do you think the politicians have been playing with our mind? What can you contrast about the traditional politics they've been having and the new politics that the Gen Z are chatting? Will it work in Kenya, bearing that in Kenya is all about Central Kenya, Rift Valley? Will it work?
The generation Z actually is actually a very important generation. That is number one. Remember, this is a generation that is going to be the part of leadership after maybe a decade.
Yeah, true.
Right?
Yeah.
So it means that when you eradicate the youth from the government, then you are limiting their rights. You're also limiting their skills to conduct their leadership skills in the government institutions. So it means that you are enfranchising, you are disenfranchising the youth in the government entities. You are also limiting their powers. Remember, the youth are the ones who are going to be old after some time. So the older members in the government should also find a way to retire so that they allow the other
or they incorporate the youth in the institutions.
Yeah, in the institutions.
Yeah?
So actually, the ones according to me, the older people in society are not actually they are not always right in leadership. Also, the youth are going to be right in one way or another. Remember, these are people that are into technology. There are people who are into literature. There are people who are learned. Remember, they are learned. Remember,
they know their rights.
Yeah, in the cabinet, of the current cabinet, that matter. Most of the people in the cabinet, when you compare them with the Gen Z, there is a big difference. There's a very big difference between the level of literacy between these two individuals. So they should be intertwined in the government agencies and institutions so that to conduct things day-to-day activities. So the youth, it means that the youth have really felt about the current fiscal 2024-25 financial year. So economic adjustment. So it means that they have to go to the street. Then also we have other people in the government who are saying that they should pass the bill. They should pass it because apparently we are going to go to the third region. Then after that we go to presidential assent. So it means that we do not have time to fight for that. So it means that it is something that if the youths or the Gen Z stops going against the financial bill, it means that they're going to pass. And you have a lot of taxes that are going to be introduced there, because most of the members, the parliamentarians, most are saying that most of these counties are going to benefit in bulk monies. So it means that most of them are going, they're not going against the passing of the bill, because most of these counties are going to benefit. But actually, most of the people, the citizens, they're going to be affected mostly, because not all the societies, not all the people are the same category.
Yeah, not everybody is rich.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll bring you another segment on the changing face of Kenyan politics, and also we'll be discussing about the measures that should be put to ensure that Kenya does not go to the same road Haiti has gone or Congo.
Yes.
Thank you.
So,
and we'll bring you
we are going to discuss more about this. Let us make sure that we do the right thing, because if the bill is going to pass without any amendments, it means that both the Gen Z, the millennials, the boomers are going to be thrown under the bus. Thank you.